Okay, and we're back. Hang on, let me just check. Okay, I am indeed recording. Obviously, at some point I unplugged my microphone. So I'm gonna have to record a voiceover for that last thing. That's definitely not going to be tedious and annoying. We'll see what that ends up being. Hey, let's continue the game. Okay, and it's day 6, 225 to make. I'm gonna change the... Yeah, cool, that's fine. Boy, it's a good thing this isn't regular content, right? It's a good thing that we're just two friends hanging out, playing a game together, right? I don't even know if I already said that or not. It's fine. Look at the automated food dispenser. Actually, I'm fairly certain I already did this. Did my progress not get saved? Oh well, whatever. We'll just keep going. I talked so much during that last hour. I was nattering like constantly. It's fine. This is all fine. Where's my notepad? I don't even remember. I complained a lot about my job. It's been several hours now. My wife came home. We had dinner. She's gone to bed. I'm gonna do this for a little longer. Is this weird for anyone else? Is it, or, well, not for anyone else. Is this weird for you, the viewer, that our timelines are so radically different, that you're seeing all these videos on your own schedule and I'm recording them on my own schedule? I don't know, man. Let's print some tags. Alright, so we've got all the cat stuff. We got the ticket racks. We're not buying any of this. We'll buy the running shoes if we have to, if it comes to that. But now I need to save up the 1170, it looks like, to get all 3 of the certificates at once. At some point we should also buy all 3 of the cat foods at once, so that's going to be 150. That's fine. Alright, let's make a plan here. I see that we've got... Oops, this is the wrong page. Okay, cross out all these old orders, because those are now irrelevant. I see that we've got an A3 here, so we'll take that one. That's an easy enough choice. In that same area, we'll shoot for G3. Coming at it, trying to come at it from one side at a time here. Wow, this is really getting sloppy as I go. My squares are now circles, and then we'll hit the J while we're over there. That's getting pretty centralized, but that's alright. We'll probably do the X when we come back, but we'll just shoot for 3 at a time right now. Quota is 225. So we need to hit like 8 orders, approximately. I'm not going to actually do the math. Alright, moving in. Here we go. I complain so much about my job, I know that. I don't know, this is probably a sign that something I said was incriminating. I want to complain about my job, but I can't get into specifics. I am covered by a sort of NDA, which unfortunately is binding. Binding enough, I'll say that. Okay, deliver to here. Go to G. Oh. The HR rep cometh. Oh, it's over there. Oh, and now it's going to be over here. Alright, cool. We are already off to a great start with this hour of gameplay. I don't know that we're necessarily going to get all the way through the game in this series here, but I will do my best. It's on the other side of this shelf. I need to be over here. G5, so that's like, that's here. Can I sneak around the back? Ah, we're next to the corpse storage. 6, 5. Oh, I see shark flush. I like that, that's cute. So, how's everybody doing? Did I already ask this? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna ask in case I didn't already ask. How is everybody doing? What are we up to today? Are you hanging out with friends and family? Are you at some kind of function that you've slipped away from? Are you by yourself? All on your lonesome, just seeking some light entertainment and a friendly voice, and we are going to die. I miskeyed a couple of things there. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you? Actually, that's the question I'm asking you, the viewer, right now. Drop a comment. Let me know how you're using this video. I'm curious. And we need to adjust the lighting. There we go. It's nighttime now, so all I've got is the artificial lighting in the room with me. This is actually going to be a bit of a problem if he's going to hang out over here. Nope. Oh, J1. We need to be at this end anyway. Oh, pardon me, that's J2. I was not paying attention. J201. Alright, cool. It's fine. This isn't regular content, right? Like, I'm going for longevity, not competence here. Alright, now let's just run this in and then we'll go back for the other two. Okay, so E-throw, if you say so. If you say so. I don't exactly know what I'm doing today. I am probably at home alone with my wife. My work schedule is going to keep me from traveling at all this season, which honestly is fine with me. I don't really like traveling around the holidays. I know that's when people go to visit their family, but... is he on to me? Maybe not. Anyway, you know, I don't like being on the road when a lot of other people are on the road. I prefer to do my traveling during the downtime parts of the year, when nobody's really doing much of anything. Someone, I should say, is always doing something at all times. Right? Oh no. Oh crud. Oh crud. Oh crud. It's alright, we're fine. We're fine. Ooh, we were almost not fine. Okay. That was... that made me slightly nervous. See, I'm trying... Oh, he despawned, like, right there. Okay. I'm trying to keep my voice low, so I can't panic too much. See, I was yelling at people at work all last night. That's just part of my job. I do, essentially, glorified crowd control. I work in customer service, you know. As I've said before, at an entertainment venue here in the state. And sometimes there are thousands of people around me that need to be directed, so sometimes I have a microphone, sometimes I don't. And my job mainly involves shouting instructions over the noise of the crowd. Oh, okay. That... Alright, whatever, we'll come back. Remember that's there. He should have despawned by the time we're done here. What was I talking about? I did the math on something at work recently. Figured out that the company brings in millions of dollars a year, right? That's easy enough to find out, and I happen to have access to the salaries of everyone in management. And I was able to find out that like 10% of our profits go to like the top 5 or 6 people in our hierarchy, and that annoyed me for some reason, if you can believe it. Alright. Let's see. We are still clearing A3. That's the one we're working on. So we'll leave that alone. We'll get E3 over here. See, this is the thing. If you just write everything down, it's slightly tedious, but you don't need the scanner. Alright. Let's head back out. E and L. Oh. Although, honestly, with how far toward the center L is, we might as well have gone around the other side. Where is it? Where are you, little birthday boy? There he is. Hi, buddy. You're a big, ugly thing, aren't you? Oh! No one's ever described me as a big, ugly thing. Mainly because I'm not really that big. I'm a very average-sized human being. Alright, whatever. Moving on. Right, we need to be in 3 anyway. We'll get the further one first this time. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm encountering the monster a lot more often than the last time I played this. I didn't catch that, and I don't care. Ooh. Oh, he's over there. Okay. We'll just get under here. We gotta go this way anyway. Wait for him to wander off. Yeah, we're not a real big company, so like the top 5 or 6 people are getting 10% of our gross profit in their salaries and benefits and bonuses and whatever else. It's just disgusting. Especially since, where did the other thing go? Interesting. I'll just grab another one while I'm over here. Especially since what we are doing, strictly speaking, should be non-profit work. It's not. But it should be. I'm gonna have to move pretty soon, aren't I? Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Stamina! Stamina! Oh, are you kidding me? Alright. Alright. We'll go again. Okay, let's try this again. Hang on. I've actually switched locations because where I was sitting before, I realized my back was to a very open space and it was starting to make me anxious. Wait a minute, are these the same? No, okay. They're just very similar. Hang on, notepad. So I've moved to a less optimal recording area, but one where I've got something to my back. So hopefully everything still sounds okay. So we'll still hit that A3. Oh, we'll hit the J2. Boy, is that radio really, really loud? We'll turn that down. Okay, anyway. Oh, I need to buy cat thing again, don't I? Boy, where do we go after that? Maybe we get those two, just those two, and then come back for the X? Anyway, we'll start with those two. Okay. Let's grab... Let's just make sure we've got everything here. Yeah, the automated food dispenser we still need. Okay. I've got enough challenge here without adding the cat thing to it. Hello, my dear. I miss that cat. But yeah, so we're way, way overpaying our upper management. Part of the reason they're able to get away with it is because we make so much money for the people above them. There's no chance that we're ever going to start doing business really ethically. It's A30. I missed the J2. It doesn't matter. Oh, this time it's a toy truck. Very well. So you may be asking yourselves, if everything at this place is so terrible, why do you keep working there? And the reason, there are two reasons. I will go ahead and address this. One is that we are doing important work, even if we're doing it in the worst way possible. And I just can't walk away from that. And two, management would really like to get rid of me. Not just me. Everyone from my hiring group and earlier, they would really like to get rid of us and replace us with people who, one, can be more easily bullied or are more willing to just go along with whatever management says, or, in a lot of cases, are just too new to hate them. Also, everybody who's been there at least as long as I have has protections against termination. Like, we have to give them a reason to fire us, and nobody's doing that because, hey, we're all good at our jobs. We're good employees. And that frustrates management. So my continued presence is a real source of irritation for management. Not just me. And so I do take a certain amount of pleasure from knowing that every time the lower managers I get my orders from see me walk into the office, it wounds them on an emotional level. This is one of the advantages of being in a union, by the way. I'm not going to propagandize at you the whole time. But we have pretty good protections under our union. There's a C2 and an E3. Okay, so this is pretty workable. We'll grab that C2. And E3. Oh, and I guess there's a third reason that even though working conditions aren't the best, when I do get hours, I get paid pretty well. So while it's not the best, it is worth it enough to stick around. And even were I to move on to a different workplace, I would still want to maintain my employment status where I currently work, just so I can keep doing the union thing. No joke, though, my boss tried to argue that complaining about a safety hazard he had a hand in creating was insubordination, which is literally untrue. I should say legally untrue. Okay, ELO. We're on the old Electric Light Orchestra. I think that's right. That's a thing, isn't it? I'll ask my wife when she wakes up. I think that's her kind of thing. Okay. And this is where the scanner would be if we had one. Oops, I should actually mark off. Oh, I did not get the O written down. I need to go back. Oh, that's an O2 anyway. Wow. We're getting lucky with those. I think we'll be able to make our quota in good time, and we can probably even purchase all the cat food and prolong this day, because that's what we want, is a nice, long working day with many opportunities to make money for the company. Something the bosses at my workplace don't seem to understand, and this has been a problem with, I don't even know what that was, with my bosses at every job I've ever had, is that we don't get paid more when we work harder. We get paid exactly the same, no matter how hard we work. So there's just not, given overall working conditions, there's just not much reason for us to break our backs. Most of the time. Sometimes we have to just to survive, and that's different. I'll do it for self-preservation. Okay. We're going to take this G3 here. Okay. And we'll start with the E. And as long as nobody mangles our tender flesh, we should be okay. Listen, folks, I shouldn't need to say this late in the game. And by the game, I mean existence and society as it stands. Don't let your workplace take unfair advantage of you. Hey, that's not safe. Don't do that. Like, yes, we gotta get paid, but you gotta remember that the job is the thing you're doing to facilitate the rest of your life, you know? The job is not the point. The job is a means to an end. We'll go out this side. I think this method is working reasonably well. Okay, when we're in the stacks here, I should probably walk to conserve stamina. He's over there. Of course, okay. Also, the lighting's much better where I'm sitting now, weirdly. I really felt like the monster could hear all these noises I was making before. Maybe that was just me, you know, basing things on other horror games I've played. Because that seems like it makes sense, but I guess the monster could be deaf. If it could be blind, that would be really helpful too, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. Where am I going? L. See, realistically, this is the kind of job I actually want, where I can just kind of show up, do my thing, and then go home. I really don't want a job I have to take home with me. We recently all got company emails where I work, and you may think to yourself, that's weird, shouldn't you have had those already in this day and age? And yes, you'd be correct, but we didn't. Why? Because it would have required somebody to do work, and then we would have had to pay for that work. So there was a huge delay making that happen. But of course, I have a limited ability and opportunity to check my email when I'm on the clock, so I and most of our employees are being real selective about when we check our emails off the clock. Basically, I do it about once a week, just to see if anything remotely important has come my way, but, like, the people I care about talking to can get hold of me directly, like my fellow shop stewards and the employees who are actually affected by the things that happen. But I do check my company email, and you'd be amazed the percentage of it that's just internal spam. Like, I do not need an email from HR every single time somebody decorates an office door for an event. That's not necessary. I don't need to know about that. Did our item despawn? No, there it is. Also, apparently a lot of the emails I get are from the IT guy probing to see if anybody's gonna get phished. He told me that recently. And it's fine, I was ignoring those emails anyway, but I was like, man, don't clog up my inbox any more than it already is. For a second there, I thought that was our special friend coming to get us. See, but since I already know that there's only one threat in each area, the rest of the stuff is just kind of obnoxious. Except for that one where the guy comes right at your face. That will probably startle me every time. Because while a lot of the horror game psychology just doesn't affect me, I am still susceptible to jump scares. Do we like this, like, elevator music type music we got going on right now? My own musical choices are a little harder than this. I listen to a lot of rock bands from Finland, for example. It's not intentional. I'm not like, oh, I only listen to hard rock from Finland. No, it's just coincidentally a lot of the bands I like happen to come from Finland. Feel free to drop music recommendations in the comments. Make sure it's not trash. Okay. C3P3J3. I think we're going down the right side. Yep. I think we'll start with that X3 there. Actually, this right here just sounds like, you know, company propaganda, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to get these things written down so we can roll back out there. And just quadruple checking that none of them are in the 2 block. Alright, here we go. We'll go down the right side, down the right side. I know I already made that joke. I'm gonna make it again. Don't push me. Actually, I keep forgetting we don't get paid as we bring orders in. We only get paid at the end of the day. Which makes a certain amount of sense, you know? I'm glad this isn't set up like a real workplace where you get paid every other week. At least that's how we do things here in the States typically. I have had jobs where I've gotten paid every week. Corpse storage. This is improper corpse storage, and they're on the pallet jack. Don't you think somebody might need to use that? Can I have the pallet jack? Alright. X. Oh, he's over there. T. T. Four. A lot of gift boxes coming out here. Somebody with an office must be having a birthday. Okay, we're looking for P block now. P section, I don't know, man. Everybody seems to use different terms for these things, so I'm just going to kind of throw some jargon out there and see what comes out of my mouth naturally. P305. Oop, not this way. When I worked in retail, they overused the term bay. Everything was a bay. Made it really hard to know what we were talking about. Why? I don't... Alphabetical order. There we go. Oh, 3 of these gift boxes. That's interesting. Not really. It's deeply tedious. Yeah, get out of here. Shouldn't be crawling on the floor like that. This is a workspace. A hazardous workspace, even. Like, even with proper safety gear and properly lit and no monster walking around trying to murder the workers, there are still plenty of opportunities to slip, trip, and fall in here. And the cat's panicking, of course it is. We ain't made our quota yet, so the cat's gonna have to wait a tick. I will, however, run inside to check how we're doing. Nope. Oh. Okay, I don't know if that counted or not. We're gonna find out. That was a misclick. Nope. Oh. We've made our quota. Okay, well, I would like more quota. Please, I want to work so badly. I have a burning need to make profit for the company. Well, if he's just going to stand where I need to be, then I'm going to have to go to bed without fulfilling these last 2 orders. See if I can at least grab one. This feels cheaty on the part of the game. Yeah, he's camping. Also, where are my packages? Oh! Okay. Maybe what we do is we let him get away from us. Oh, never mind. He's going the way I want him to. I can exit over here. Okay. There we go. There's our stuff. Alright. On the move. We should have enough time to get these back in. See, and this is the move, right? You use all your available time. Don't get complacent. Out of everything that's wrong with the place I'm working right now, I am at least glad that there was no anti-union training. Because that is a thing at some companies. And the fact is, yes, there are bad unions. But generally speaking, insofar as they ever were, they're not run by the mob or communists anymore. And that was really only a thing with big unions in some areas. Like, we're not the New York Teamsters in the 40s, okay? Yeah, we're just gonna have time for this. We're gonna be cutting it a little close here. So hopefully we don't get interrupted while I'm picking up this last package. I've been mangled by the monster plenty of times playing this, but I have yet to let the cat bar run completely out. Oh yeah, I don't think he can get out here. Still pretty sure about that. Alright, where are you, little stinker? There you are, right on my keyboard. Yeah, there you go. Good cat, good cat. There are no bad cats. There are cats that are jerkbags, but there are no bad cats. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's a work day. All right. To bed. Pet the cat. Very good. Very good. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Sleep. I sleep. Okay. I have just about filled up one sheet of this yellow legal pad where I keep my notes. Not enough protection. Okay, 285, I guess. Do we like this music? I don't think I like this music. Yeah, there, that's fine. We can work with that. Okay. So then. Stuff we need to buy, we are just looking at the certificates. Which are up here. And that's 1170, so it's gonna be a couple more days. This is gonna take a long time, isn't it? Yes, yes, you're very cute. Okay, I3, K3, O3, R3, S3. Okay, well. O's kind of in the middle. So let's start with I, K, and O. So 1. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And O. Okay, here we go. Getting a little sniffly for no particular reason that I can tell. Okay, we'll just go down the middle. It's fine. Keep your ears out for plapping. Well, there he is, so... Of course, he's right where we need to be. And it's not like we can lure him away and loop around. He just kind of does his thing until he notices us! We were not moving as quickly as I would have liked there. I apologize for panicking. Okay, now listen. I think they have changed the AI since the last time I played. This feels weird. Yep, there's another dead guy in a place he shouldn't be. It's, a heart, I think. I think that's a heart. Okay. Do we do organ transplants at this factory? The organs are going to somebody. He's nearby. I don't care for that. That's alright. I am leaving. That is my plan to deal with this. Well, I mean, if I was just gonna run all the packages back like this anyway, I should have just written down all 5. I was trying to be slightly efficient, but here we are. This is fine. I've already forgotten what our quota is for today. This better sound good. If I have to record another voiceover, I'm going to be very annoyed. He's over to the left somewhere. That's fine, he can be over there all he wants as long as he's not over here. Can I open one of these bay doors? See, there's that word again, bay. Nope. Oh boy, it's a toy truck for me to play with while I'm getting mauled. Alright. Boy, you don't realize the quality of life issues until you try to finish the whole game without purchasing any personal upgrades. I cannot tell you how badly I am missing the running shoes and the backpack right now. The scanner is irrelevant, and the flashlight is nice, but it's not actually necessary. It'll probably be necessary when we go down below, but we'll make do. And listen, if we spend 6 hours just doing the upper warehouse here, so be it, you know? Anyway, I hope somebody is getting some use out of this. It turns out it's going to be slightly experimental, so enjoy that. Alright. We're not even halfway there. Okay, but we do have enough money that we can feed the cat. The cat. Oh boy. You know what? Forget it. We'll just grab all 5. I'm gonna start a new sheet here. Do you like that sound? Does that sound good to you? Okay. WHD307. This sheet is going to look incomprehensible to anybody who finds it and doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm fine with that, honestly. R. I was having trouble reading. I think my brain is actually done for the day. Okay, and the last one. We'll just grab all 5. Alright, rolling out. We should have time for this. I mean, we're gonna have to, because otherwise we're not gonna make quota. Man, I'm just glad I don't work somewhere that tries to give us quotas anymore. When I worked in retail, we had nominal quotas. Like, the company definitely expected the store to make certain amounts of money on certain days. And it wasn't necessarily based on anything rational. Anybody who's ever worked for a corporate entity knows what I'm talking about. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Speaking of which, apparently John Cena retired today. I don't really have any commentary on that. I haven't been a John Cena fan since he apologized for calling Taiwan a country. That was disillusioning for me as someone who grew up a casual pro wrestling fan. I've never really watched it. I did enjoy, you know, like any 90s kid, I had a certain amount of love for Hulk Hogan back in the day. I may have fallen victim once or twice to Hulkamania. The other two are kind of... the other 3 are kind of on the other side here, so we'll just go around. Where is he? There he is. Just gonna pace him on the other side of the shelf here. Yeah, overloading the word bay, because like where I used to work, this entire row of shelving could be called a bay, and then the section within it could be called a bay, and then this pallet could be called a bay. And I was never really sure what people were talking about when they said bay. And then on the sales floor, of course, everything out there was a bay too. Apparently a bay is just anywhere you can put a thing. Oh, crud. We were doing so well. Would you leave? Boy, you're ugly. I'm sure it's his fault somehow. Nope, I did a bad. Hi. Yeah, sorry, I moved a little quickly there, didn't I? I apologize for startling you. Take it up with HR. Alright, let's talk about something besides my job. It's Christmas today, right? So let's talk about gifts. I actually have no idea, at the time I'm recording this, what I have gotten for anyone. I have not done my gift acquisition yet. I will be getting things for really just a few members of my close family, and my wife, obviously. Where was I going with this thought? Huh. Right. I did buy something on Black Friday. I bought some, so, I've mentioned before, I play Warhammer in the loosest possible sense. Sorry, I'm concentrating too hard on what I'm doing here. You know, I used to play trading card games a million years ago. I played Magic for some time. Yes, I see you, you know, back when I was in school. But basically, I have come to resent blind packs, conceptually. I don't like the idea that I was shelling out, when I was playing, I think a blind pack was $7 American, and you got 10 cards or whatever. And, you know, at that age I was fine spending my allowance on that, but, eventually I just got sick of the blind pack concept, and I won't do it anymore. So these days I play miniature war games. I played Mage Knight for a while in the way back, if anyone remembers Mage Knight, but it was the same problem. It was a miniature war game, but everything came in blind packs. So eventually I got over it. But these days I'm into tabletop wargaming, because if I'm going to get scammed, I at least want to know what's in the box before I open it. But anyway, I get my figures these days from Eastern European third-party printers whose products are just distinct enough to avoid legal problems. And they cost half as much, and I'm quite happy with that. So there's a Ukrainian company I've been buying my models from for the last couple of years. And they had some things on sale. Among other things I've ordered from them recently, my wife spotted something in the catalog she wanted, which is an orc dressed as a Labubu. Did you know this was even an option? And if you don't know what a Labubu is, you're on your own. I'm not helping you with that. So I'm probably going to just throw this guy into an infantry squad and run him as a knob or something. But that should be interesting. Maybe I'll post a picture of that in the community tab. She wanted that. She wants to paint that herself. I just got a big old war boss because I don't have one yet. I don't run orcs, I run Necrons. But I do have some orcs. And if none of that meant anything to you, I apologize. But I am just a gigantic nerd. That is something you should know about me. And if you're here watching this channel, there's a good chance you are too. So hello, fellow nerd. Oh, hello. Oh no, it's not a tall guy, it's a short guy on a stack of boxes. Alright, carry on. Less exciting. Although he really shouldn't be standing up there, it's not very safe. Warhammer is something I got into as an adult. Was that back in 2020? I think that's right. It's something I was thinking about getting into for a long time, but I just couldn't justify the expense. Because even when I was young, it was starting to get pricey. But one year for Christmas, I think it was 2020, my wife got me a couple of models and a starter paint kit. And that was permission to begin spending money on little plastic guys. course, I got over that pretty quickly because they just keep jacking up their prices. So these days I buy all third party. Or I get them, you know, second and third hand. But it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the experience of painting the little guys. I haven't really played much. Mainly I just paint the little guys. Which I think is actually pretty common for wargamers. Did I miss something? No. I do have an item I need to locate. I do not know where it was flung to. Anyway, I still have like 5 or 6 of the old combat patrol boxes that I need to paint up. The new ones are not as good. Which is one of the reasons I started buying third party, because if even the value boxes... Oh, for crying out loud, we're $4 short. If even the value boxes are not worth the money, then we have a real problem. Okay. We only need one more. So, let me just... Okay, so K and L are directly in front of us. So I think we'll go for this I3 here. Let me cross off all the ones we're done with. I'll tell you, the downside of switching locations is that now, instead of sitting in a proper desk chair, I'm sitting on the same metal folding chair that I've been using since I started the channel. Because there was no way I was moving that desk chair out here. So my back is definitely ready to be done sitting here for the moment. See, this is what we're going for. I'm just going for a conversational tone. I am just your buddy who's here hanging out with you today while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. And we're talking about whatever comes into our heads. So if you've got a random thought that you would like to get out of your head and out into the world, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. I will judge you, but please feel free to do it. Oh good, our last item is a human forearm. At least it's got a hand attached. An arm with no hand is kind of useless as a product. Like, imagine somebody just sent you, you know, cut off like right below the elbow and right above the wrist. Just a length of bone with some meat wrapped around it. Say, what is this? I can't even eat this. Human meat can't be very good. Oh, and look at that, it's partially rotted already. Does it even have a thumb? Yes, it has a thumb, okay. Well, that's good at least, I guess. Okay, let's just out of curiosity. K3? Nope, that's fine. K3 is dead ahead of us. Nope, 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 go to bed. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Yeah, I need to stand up and move around and probably do something else. So I think, given that it is 11:13 right now, that's where we're going to call it for tonight. So I will get back to this when I can. For you, it will be but mere moments. See you next time, folks.